I am so excited. I say this every single time that he comes on the show, so I will save him the embarrassing introduction. Hello, Kagwe Mungai. I'm just so jazzed. I have 2 interviews live today. What is happening? I mean, by live, I mean like in person.
In person.
I haven't like seen an individual. I don't know how to talk to them.
Yeah, it's
Can
weird.
you hear me?
It's weird.
I don't know how to talk without a delay.
Hi, can I let me restart my Wi-Fi?
Hi.
It's not.
Hi. Hi. I'm like, hi, Kagwe. Like it takes like 2 minutes.
Huh?
It's
What?
You ever tell someone something and then they don't get it, they don't hear it. They're like, I lost you there. And you're like, I can't repeat it.
Yeah.
But man, like 2020, you know, last year we traveled a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And you were like, 2020, these guys are not ready.
They're gonna see. They're gonna see.
They've seen it. You know, the last time we had Kagwe on the show, in fact, you know, we were busy, just happy that he was on the show. This is how it went down, and today we can't even high five by the way, but this is how I said what up last time Kagwe was on the show. And Super Cena, hey, what do you mean? Imagine now we cannot high five.
But we can.
We can't.
We can clap our hands.
Oh yeah, we can.
For,
like, hey, at the same time,
exactly.
like, Kagwe,
hey, Sasa?
No, but it has to be loud. Like, you know the way guys do, like,
hey,
hey.
Ah, mambo.
Oh my gosh, Kagwe, Super Cena.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, so we still do the song.
Like always.
You know, I tell people you wrote that song for me. I just want you to be on the same story.
I'm with you.
Yeah?
I'm with you. Every time somebody asks me, I'm like, yeah, it's true. Obviously. Obviously, yeah.
What's been keeping you busy?
Oh man, 2020 has been a year. It has been a crazy, crazy year. I think, like everybody else, it's like my life turned upside down, kidogo. There was so much that was supposed to be happening this year. I was supposed to be doing a world tour. There was going to be a North American tour. There's going to be a European tour, a Sub-Saharan Africa tour. And that was all like from March, right? And so I remember that week that we had our first case, I was supposed to be in Nigeria, but then we started locking down the borders, and then it was just like shows are getting canceled one after the other, after the other, after the other, and you're just seeing all of like your income going away. And it's scary, it's scary. But you know, I found a way to surround myself with some really, really just positive people, and we've been working really hard and making music. I think early in about April, we dropped a song called "Blame Game" with Xenia.
Oh gosh.
Xenia Manasseh, shout out Xenia. Beautiful, beautiful song. For those of you who don't know Xenia, Xenia is an amazing, accomplished songwriter, amazing vocalist, amazing performer. She's an all-round amazing person.
She was one of the guys who did she was like BGVs for like one of the songs for Sauti Soul's album.
Yes.
She, you know, was featured on the Tiana Taylor album.
Yes.
She was like worked with pretty much everyone, man.
Yeah.
There's like this generation
absolutely.
of artists who are coming up right now.
Yeah, so we dropped that dope vibes single for people at home.
Yeah.
Just for being at home, you know, just like embrace the homeness.
Oh yeah, that's true, because a lot of couples, so this is interesting. Now the Blame Game is about couples who are fighting, right?
Yes.
And you know, right now during the pandemic, there have been, you know, the divorce rates, the breakup, you know, reports.
Absolutely.
Like so many people are just like, yo, Miss Kwanajwa, because we're not used to being stuck in the same room or the same space for such a long amount of time.
Yeah. No, my boys used to just come and ask me, see we go grocery shopping together.
Oh my God.
Maze, dem amenikalia sana, bro. Like, see, turn up a shop, bro.
Tununue mkate. Tuchague manyanya.
Maze, I have time.
Oh my gosh. But you started becoming a funny guy. I mean, so Kagwe is really funny in person, but then TikTok and Instagram discovered you.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic ilikuwa inakukeep idle.
It was great. It was a great place for me to just really put out my knees. And I think the internet has been fun for me this period.
It really has.
I've had a lot of fun. Even Twitter, which has been like interesting. Very, 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 very.
What's been happening on Twitter? What?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so there was a period where every now and then people send me mean tweets, right? And I was like, what would be fun is just like to read some of these mean tweets and just like make fun of them, because they're not real things. I don't take them personally. I wasn't hurt by them. Those people don't know me. I don't know them. And so it was just like, let's make fun of the situation. Even those tweets were like funny, and so we made it like a Your Mama edition, right?
Where he had mean tweets being read by celebrities about things that people had said about them online, which are very insensitive, extremely hurtful, but they get to read them and respond. all of the ones Kagwe responded to were, oh, your mama this, your mama that. And people were like, Mother kwa kiwachi. Mother kwa watch.
Ali watch.
Akasema?
I'll leave that for her to say. but here's the thing that I think the disconnect was, right?
Yeah.
It was never like I wasn't attacking people's mothers because I don't know them or their mothers, right? How could I possibly know all of those things that I was like they were not real, right?
That's true.
And so the your mama thing is like, remember how people used to say your mama's so big, she
you
blah
mean?
blah blah.
Mchongwano,
exactly.
the same thing.
So Mchongwano and your mama are actually very different. I thought they were the same.
They're not.
They're not the same.
No, but I feel like it
They're
is
not
such
the
a
same.
double standard. So you can insult me,
Exactly.
and then I have to have like levels with which I can attack back.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So-
you're like, this one is too strong. You were like, you're so skinny, you should die. And I'm like, well, your mama, da da da.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the level of mean tweets even it rose. It became meaner. Yeah.
Ooh.
It really became
Mina?
meaner. Hey.
Okay. Well, Kagwe's gonna do a part 2 because after this video.
Coming. Clapback season 2.
So
Hey.
tell me about production. I've been seeing you doing a lot of production. What's that about?
Yes. So earlier this year, myself and some of my partners, we launched a company called OB Africa. And OB Africa the name OB comes from Nairobi. We took the last 3 letters of Nairobi and changed the I into a Y. And so we have OB Africa. And OB Africa is a media and a production house. And we signed the first artist, who is Kagwe Mungai. Yay!
Well, I mean, you own it.
I mean, yes, but like
Yeah.
also it's also to show people that this thing works. I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah, like
I didn't
you're
want to just
signed
like
to, like,
sign
another
artists.
label.
Yeah, and then me, I'm somewhere else making
You're
money.
like at Universal,
Yeah.
you're at Sony.
No. I want to show you guys we're here together. Look,
Yeah.
this thing is working. We're building it, but it's not just music. We're creating a lot of amazing content and digital products. Some of which Amina has been a part of, which
Yay!
is amazing. Which we'll show you guys very soon. But it's been an amazing journey, and it's a lot of pressure. Now I'm an employer. Like I have to think about like other people, and it's not just me and myself, and so levels have gone up, but like also pressure levels have gone up, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
We thrive in pressure.
Look at you, CEO, Mr. Peter Ndegwa. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these days I go by Mr. Mungai. Please. Yeah.
Wait, so like when you walk in the office, other people are like, amekuja. Don't say amekam.
Yeah. But I'm the nice boss. My partner he's the mean one.
Oh, so you let him play that role?
Yeah, he's the mean one.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm the nice one.
The nice
Good cop,
face.
bad cop. Yeah.
The nice face.
Exactly.
Now how can people join in? Is it easy for people to kind of come and like audition, or like what happens? How do you get to actually sign artists?
So the way that OB Africa works is very different from a record label, because a record label will come and they'll tell you, hey, we want to sign you for like 10 years or however many years, and then we will take like 80% of everything that you earn in those like 5 to 10 years. That's not what we want to do. We want to put back the control and the ownership and the knowledge in the hands of the artists, right? And so we're working with artists in a very different way. We're crafting it, and not just musicians. We're talking about videographers. We're talking about songwriters. We're talking about photographers, like everyone that in the creative industry space. We are making a home for them at OB Africa.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I really like that. Now, I know you've been seeing all of the tweets that Kanye West has, from the pissing on the Grammy Award to him talking about Yeezys, but then the one that caught my eye, because a lot of the times you shoot them messenger. And yes, there's a lot that comes with it. Me, I really love Akwathe, and when you watch her videos, you can get the message. It's just that it's very theatrical.
Yeah.
And for Kanye going through whatever it is that he's going through mentally with his bipolar condition, sometimes maybe he cannot really communicate using the best words.
Yeah.
But what he's trying to say is that we have been taken advantage of as musicians, and we need to start negotiating better contracts.
Absolutely.
Is that something that you think happens here as well, where you're just desperately signing because they're giving you a kavitz, and then they're also giving, there's nothing wrong with a vitz.
Yeah.
It's just that you're getting so excited, you could be getting a range because that's the amount of money you're bringing in.
Exactly.
But you don't know.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time. I was fortunate enough to sign a great deal with Taurus Music, and shout out to Taurus Music, but at the time I had a lot of like really offers that looked amazing. Guys were like, bro, 1 year, we've got your house, yeah? We've got you 3 cars, We're going to pay for you trips everywhere.
Mummies
Also,
coming through.
Everything you
Biryani,
need.
all day,
Studio
every day.
inside the crib and the car and the airport, yeah?
All of them inside the house.
All of them there. Everything you need, bro.
Yes, and
like
runway,
everything.
in the
yeah,
parking.
all of it.
It's lit.
Yeah. You want Drake to come?
No
we'll
problem.
call Drake.
You want drinks as
Yeah.
well, which is another thing.
Yeah,
You know, because
all
when
of
you're
it.
young, you want the party life. They're like,
Exactly.
no problem, buy in your house.
And then what they don't tell you is that they're just charging you. There's like a bill that's racking up. A bill. All of these things, the house, the car, the bills.
Oh, you're paying for it.
You have to, who do you think is going to pay for it?
I thought they were believing in your talent, and then at
No.
some point they'll take advantage of you and your money.
You know, that's what they do. They rack up this bill. And then after like 5-10 years, they're like, by the way, you owe us money.
Unakumbuka ile time tulipoamisha huko kile?
Oh, that time.
Na ulikuwa umetoka humo?
Basi. Leta hizo do kwanza. Kabla utoke hii contract, leta hizo do. And so there's a lot of people that get into those contracts because it looks so attractive to just jump into this thing and just see like all of the lights and the glam, and it's like my life has been made better like this overnight, right? And that's, in my opinion, not how life works.
I think it's because you're so young and you don't know that you can potentially one day make like $1 million or 2 million, right? You've never
20.
seen like 30K in your life. And all of a sudden someone's telling you we're going to put you up in a penthouse in Lavington, pay 200,000. You're like, my life is made. I wish my ex saw me now.
Yeah, I almost signed those things.
Oh, you did?
They looked sexy.
You were just like, no problem. Ati mtako mnanipeleka tu Milan. Mimi tu na cab.
Ati who? Ati I'll do a song with Wizkid tomorrow. Okay, sawa. And then?
You're like, so then, I think me and the Jay-Z are going to do what?
Okay.
So they sound so attractive, but it's because you don't, you know what they don't do is they don't make you understand or believe in the fact that your talent will sell to make the millions.
Yeah.
But because you're not educated enough or you're not experienced enough or because you haven't made enough money and you're desperate, they take advantage of your naivety.
Absolutely, and that's why they want you, because they know you're worth something. But they know that you don't know. And so that's where they win. And so that's why we're not trying to do that with Obi. We want to build something that can like really allow artists to become financially empowered. You know, like the same way we see people stunting like in all parts of the world with their music careers and just like shining because of their music alone. That's what we need to have here, and I think we're well on the way.
Ebu watu wache kwanza kupatia musicians pressure kwa sababu in Kenya they're not paid enough to live that lavish life. You're like, oh, sasa unaona sijui kama
Bugatti yako, bro.
Wait, what do you mean Bugatti?
Yako.
You will be so surprised. Manze uko kwa ma3. People used to ask me all the time like, manze mimi na pia unapanda ma3. We gari yako iko wapi? You know, because musicians here are not paid enough for them to live off their music alone. So bado of course nitaishi tu pale Githo, bado naishi, you know, natoa ngoma hapa na pale.
It's possible. And there are people that are doing well, you know. There are people that are really, really doing well.
But there's so few. It doesn't make any sense.
And they're few. And they're few. But I think the industry is growing, and these people are doing way better than I think we've seen in the last maybe 10 to 20 years of the entertainment industry. So for me, I see that as growth. And the more people that I can see starting to make it, the more that I know will follow. You know, if there were 10 now, in the next 5 years, there'll be 50, you know. And then that's how industries grow.
Exactly. So to the agencies and the corporates, please don't take advantage of the fact that they don't know. You know, if you see the budget that is written 350 and they are quoting 45K because they don't know, just be like, bro, eka sotat.
Exactly.
Chukwede to 50. Yeah. Now you have Cheche. Ooh, you want to introduce it? We want to play it right now.
Yeah. Do you know what Cheche means?
No.
DJ Eid. Where is DJ Eid? Do you know what
DJ
Cheche means?
I am so sure
It's so, you know when you see like a Kagwe Mungai somewhere, then you're like, hey, that guy looks good.
Kagwe Mungai. I see an Osoro, and I'm just like, oh, like back in the day when I really said gig, ga, 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 ga.
So most people pronounce it wrong. They think it's I, jai, jai, jai. But it's
Which
actually
Indian fans are those that you have?
Yeah.
I, because people say,
it's not ja.
Hiyo ni ya baridi.
Yeah.
Oh, kuna ya baridi na kuna ile.
Yeah.
Okay. So introduce your brand new jam.
All right, people. My name is Kagwe Mungai, and you're about to watch my brand new jam. It is called Cheche for the first time, premiering right here on The Trend.
That's right.
Let's go.
and this,
and then this,
this, and this, and
then dunk it, dunk it, and then that thing.
Like this, or like this, for like Banana Boy.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
And then you can even finish with that.
Oh, siwezi niko na skirt. Unataka nionyeshe how to movie. Ni trend. Anyway,
okay,
okay,
we go?
let's go. Yes.
Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. And then, wait.
Hey, I check. Hey, check. Oh, check.
Wait.
Okay.
Gig. Hey. Huku Nairobi ni party.
Hey, check.
There you go. There. Wait. And then kick it.
Oh gosh. First of all, I'm so unfit. I can't believe how. I'm literally running out of breath. Your party. Kagwe, unasumbuanga wasichana hii Nairobi? Unawatumianga fare?
Saa zingine.
Kuna wasichana kula fare yako hii Nairobi? Saa zingine. Hey, the suits.
Siku hizi COVID inakuanga kweli.
Unatuma tu mwenye atakuja akuje.
Natuma please call me.
Oh, no, unatuma please call me.
Call me, yeah.
Like please, are you coming? Please, I just wanted to know.
Your reverse call.
Oh yes, yeah. Press 1. Yeah. It's the worst. So who was the stylist? Tell me about everything. Videography, proper, like who is the producer of the jam? So
I produced the song. I went to Joburg sometime last year, and I was like, wow, this vibe of Amapiano is incredible. So Amapiano is basically their version of Gengetone, right? So they've had house, Afro house, those kind of things, yeah. And then over time it's evolved into something else, right? And so this thing has really like begun machinani, and then it's like really blown up, right? So Amapiano, putting Amapiano with our Gengetone kind of vibe, and we get Genge Piano together.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Genge piano. Okay, I see. Right? Piano.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so is this your way of like creating a new sound?
Absolutely. That's been my thing, I think, consistently, just always trying to push the limits of what African sound is without being put in a box of like wild or like your R&B or your this, you know, let's try and play with different sounds. And I think we came up with something cool. I called up CJ Pixels and KG Brand, who shot the video for Blame Game as well, and several other fantastic music videos. And we sat down, told them about the concept that I had for the song, and they were like, brilliant. I was really fortunate enough to have partnered up with Red Bull and 254 Brewing, who have just been amazing. We shot the entire video in Kikuyu. We got the two guys that look like Jeshi guys in the video. Those guys are Karim and Dennis. They are fantastic guys. Sorry, I'm also out of breath.
Oh, I was like, do you want to cry? Because I was like, is he trying to get emotional?
I'm also like,
you're like, we also had...
I'm trying to breathe.
We also had Kareem.
I'm trying to breathe.
I thought you were fit. I thought you were fit.
I am.
I'm one of those people who like, when you walk up like 2 flights, that's like 2 steps.
Yeah.
Like,
it made me take the lift, so let me just...
Like,
yeah.
so now you know.
Otherwise, I would have warmed up. That would have been the warm-up, yeah.
But I already told you, like, I cannot exercise to save my life. I can't.
Yeah.
But all right, so you had Deno
and Karim came through. They did the styling. We had an amazing cast. We managed to get like some really strong some of our fans from Kagwe Nation to just come through. Shout out to all of the Kagwe Nation people who are watching now. Thank you guys so much for coming. You guys killed it. We had an amazing singer, upcoming singer. Her name is Amara Tari, who is a really good friend of mine. She was in the video as well as the main lady with like the dope afro kind of thing, and she was just like patting her afro there, like looking amazing. It was probably the most fun music video I've ever had shooting.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Is she like Burana? Because you said her name was Amara Tari, and it's supposed to be Tari, like...
No, I'm like,
she's from my people. She's Tari.
It's Tari.
So Amara Tari.
Amara Tari.
You've got an album coming out. You've got a lot, you know, just like But before we get to that, weka weave, kata maji, washandom. Sikusema. But you've got an album coming out, yeah?
I do. The album is something that was supposed to come out earlier this year, and then we changed the tracks, right? Because like life happened, we made better tracks, and it was like those tracks, we feel like we could do better, yeah? They were good tracks.
But I think that's the worst part of keeping things, because when you listen to it like after a year, you're like, "Ay,
it happens.
I'm a trappy Lisha.
Yeah. And like your whole vibe changes, everything has changed, your direction has changed. Maturity, you know, you've learned a lot, you're seeing different things, you're listening to different things. So the album now sounds so dope. Amina, let me tell you, I'll play it for you one of these days. We'll do lunch and then I'll play for you.
Yeah. You know what I think you should work with? I genuinely want to hear something from you and Kahush.
Yeah?
I think that would be like the She's Naive. Is it going to be featuring in your album?
Not this particular one.
The next album? Coming out in 2022?
Possibly the next one.
The Elections album, that's the one.
Possibly the next one. I mean, he's obviously my blood. I love that kid to death. But I think when the time is right, because he's also like trying to make his next moves as well. I have my moves coming up as well. So I think when the time is right, we'll surprise you guys and do something dope.
Manzana is a furaisana. You could also just jump on the Mastingo remix that I've been pushing for so long. Shafi, what is happening? I do Kahush, Chris Kaiga, everyone else, like just jump on the collab, man, and let's get the remix coming along. But so the album is gonna be called The Incredible Kagwe Mungai.
Yeah.
Man, you've got to get, do you feel like you're at that level where you just appreciate yourself enough because you've received enough bile and hate where you're like, actually, I like who I am and I'm okay with that. If you don't, well.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. I think for me, one of the things that I've heard for the longest time in my career is, wow, this guy is underrated. You know, like I'll go and check like my YouTube comments sometimes and I'll see like, wow, how come this doesn't have like, you know, crazy views, like what's going on? Like I hear the songs on the radio all the time. What's happening? Like, is it the team? What's happening? Why is this guy underrated?
You know,
Miss Jui loved that, you know. But and so
we need to have Octo on the show next week.
Piece of the Don, man. Piece of the king. And so for me, I wasn't looking for validation from outside. It's just like I understand that I am incredible. Nice. And so this is it. This is the incredibleness. Have it.
Take it all. Take it or leave it. You and your mama.
All of you, your mama, your wives, give everybody the
Give everybody. Here, buy your mama a house. Yeah. Man, but it's so good to have you on the show, Kagwe. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for gracing us with a live, interview.
Absolutely.
And you can go ahead and check out the video. Don't ask why he's underrated and why he doesn't have more views and you're not watching it. You know, a lot of the times we're like, manze now Kenyan artists wanaweza fika mbali, wa support, buy their stuff. What more do you want to say to your fans before I close out the interview?
I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching Cheche, for streaming it, for doing the challenge. There's so many. Yeah, Fena did the challenge. So many people have been doing the challenge. You've done the challenge now. Yes. It's amazing, guys. It's like, go and check it out. Please, I want to see all your different versions. There's so many funny ones. There's so many like really dope dances. Thank you so much. Keep it Kagwe Mungai. And thank you, Amina, for being awesome.
Thank you.
Always.
You're welcome.
Always.
You're welcome. But you're really lucky to have a circle of you and Fena. I really like the kind of friendship you have, where you really support one another. It's pretty dope.
She's my person. She's my person for life.
Umesikia? Siujiag basi. Sasa tufanye nini? Unataka anyway, no. But Fena's a really cool cat, man. You gotta love Fena. Thank you so much, Mr. Kagwe Mungai. The incredible. I was just about to. You're killing my intro, bro. Like this is my show. It's your Obi African. I'm trying to work. This is how I earn a living.
Again, round two.
Thank you.
Action.
Okay, no, Fena Tena.
And action.
Thank you so much for watching that interview. We are now done. The incredible Kagwe Mungai. Okay, so listen, we've got a great interview lined up for you right after the break. DJ E, put that song, though, as we go to a commercial so that me and Kagwe can dance it out. Thank you so much for the tweets that we're getting. Keep them coming. Osoto's going to be reading some of those messages. The hashtag is HeyAmina. At The Trend Live is our page. Che, you're watching it right now on The Trend on NTV, baby.